there's YouTube. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright. Finally starting the trial on this chapter. Yee.
Get down to it, shall we?
Yee.
February 23rd, 9:34. District Court. Defendant.
I just realized I still have my fan on, actually.
How did the investigation, Mr. Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. There you go. Hello, hello.
Hello!
Ego says heyo. Yee. Sorry about the later start than expected. It was really hot today.
I'm gonna be kind of strict on the time, by the way, because I had a very late night last night, so I kind of went to bed early, so...
No, totally valid. Yee. We'll just get through as much of the trial as we can in the, hour that we have. So, yeah. Short stream today. Sorry. That's... Life is life. Wow.
Ready. So.
I believe in you, sis.
Mister, let me offer you. Yes. Defense should believe.
Did some cases, yeah. Also, Ego says you're good about the time, so.
To trial because suspect. Sky, you remind me a lot of. There is one divisive difference between you and you're not. I believe it's almost time.
I actually really like that line. Just like, listen, I know that you're trying to help out in whatever way you have, but you're not doing my job. So, take a back seat real quick.
My first trial without a Fae helping. No one's going to bail me out this time.
Yup.
I'll be alone. So, I have to discover the truth. All by myself.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright! I'll be with you the whole way!
February 2010. District Court.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom.
Man, you must have been making good money before.
That or Edgeworth basically gave him enough money to finance himself for 6 months or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, Ego said, I don't know if it's on my end, but the stream keeps stopping and starting. Interesting.
It's not happening on my end, so it's definitely something weird with the stream. If that's the
Try
case.
just refreshing Twitch. I know that's been a known issue. I'm now have my bitrate pulled up and watching it. So, if anything goes wrong, I should be notified. But yeah, try refreshing. If that doesn't work, then... I don't know. I'm not getting any errors on my end, so... Yee. You said it works on computers, so yeah. Okay, cool. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Ego said my phone is being weird, I guess. Okay, cool. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Very well, and Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to graciously ignore the homosexual erotic rivalry going on right now.
Oh god.
No personal feelings, my ass.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
God fucking damn, call the porn star, let's go.
Yeah.
Well done. Call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand.
Cough up, queen.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, hello, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
Quite good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Judges wolfing it down. Well, this is also that was also sturgeon caviar.
Yeah.
Which doesn't taste the same.
Oh
as
yeah.
Salmon.
No, for sure.
Or
No, different caviar tastes different. Yeah.
yeah.
Enough for you. I have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts.
I don't think it should hurt.
Uh-huh.
I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
Like what? What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
I love the whole subplot of just everyone being absolutely against Edgeworth in this whole trial as well. For no reason, other than just, like, the rumors.
Seemingly no reason.
Seemingly no reason.
We don't really get any reason as to why everyone's against them, but we do eventually get a reason.
Yeah. Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up!
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the courts, I am a professional.
Huh? What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective?
Oh! I know who you are! Cough up!
Queen Angel Star! Your Honor! Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Just who is this lady? I think you've gotten enough to understand.
Yeah, a former first-rate homicide detective.
Mm-hmm.
If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks.
Okay.
A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Hi, Zena. Hello, baby.
Kitty
Hi.
cat.
I'm just here, baby. Yeah?
Just existing.
Yeah. Really? Okay.
Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Parking lot floor
Hi,
plans
Zena.
added to the court record.
Hello. Hello. Do you want your eardrums blown out? Because that's what you're gonna get.
I think she's hearing you and going, Mother, why are you screaming? Why are you screaming in a pained tone?
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, Ego said, I saw this one Tumblr post that was like, I don't ship Wrightworth, not because of the weird lawful issues that would arrive with the defense and prosecutor being married. And someone replied, nah, Edgeworth would be like, that man is the love of my life, but unfortunately he is just wrong in this instance, and I will use the full power of the law to prove that. And the judge would be like, word.
No, literally though.
Yeah.
Nobody would have any qualms with it because Edgeworth and Phoenix would not let it get in the way of trying to bicker their way into the truth.
No,
Like,
half of their relationship revolves around trying to prove the other one wrong.
Literally. Literally. They are another couple where bickering is probably their love language.
Ego's also said ignore the note in the first message. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh yeah, I wouldn't. I don't ship Wrightworth because of the weird lawful issues. Yeah. There was previously a not, as in not because of the weird lawful issues.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it. I just kept reading it. Is my fucking... It's already broken again. That's fucking insane. I might need to... Yeah, I might need to get a new program for that. If that's gonna keep doing that. I wonder if it's just because I had it behind a window for long enough, but I feel like I've done that before and it's not too big. There we go. Get over. There we go. Okay. Hit. Cool.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor! Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
That seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
I would probably lose my job if I just agreed with you, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor.
How are surely your ears hurt. Like, you have much more sensitive hearing than I do. And you're putting your ears right next to my mouth. And I'm loud.
She's used to your antics.
Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star.
Wait, are they talking about me? Phoenix, who else would they be talking about right now?
Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Okay.
Bring a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there's no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
That's a yawn. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
You may cross-examine the witness.
How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet the methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whims. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Miss Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors?
What?
No.
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Light off. She was fired.
Something, emotional connection, invalid witness.
Yep.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Star.
I didn't even read what the previous one was. Somehow it was in a day like this would come. Okay. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend! The security guard.
That boyfriend. You have several?
Yes! This boyfriend, that boyfriend, the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicant.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self: the judge had to think before replying.
The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime? Ooh, yeah, wait, hold up. The map.
If she was in A block has the wall.
Yeah.
She said that she saw...
Okay. If she was up in the security room could see over that half wall there.
Yeah, but
That's
I
not-
think
that's
she
not a
said she
full
was
wall.
in the B block.
Okay, which does have the chain fence, which can't still see into the crime scene. Okay.
Yes, I don't think
It's not that. No.
Yeah.
I think that does come up in a bit, though.
It does!
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that
yeah,
does
yeah,
become
yeah.
important, just not yet.
Yeah. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
You sensed something? So, you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like... How would you say? Oh, yes! It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
Same, Judge. Same.
Speaking of a detective's intuition,
It's never a good thing when you relate to the judge.
wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective?
Yes! Well, he was like a young cheat.
Expound. It's doing it again. Okay. Oi. Why you no work? Why you no work? I'm gonna give it one more chance. Like it was up this time even, and just not wanting to work with me. It's really weird. Okay.
Young cheese?
on the street. A greenhorn.
Good, just said a greenhorn. Or a newbie. So Ego says the mention of it's merely a flesh wound reminded them of, this. They say, that reminds me lately, I've been obsessed with the D&D character Lance. They are stereotypical knight in many regards. They speak in Shakespearean-esque language, and as devout knights to my friends OC, Cass. Cass? Or Case? I'm assuming Cass until told otherwise. Lance treats her like a princess and follows all orders she gives them. Hell yeah.
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 I must be hard-yellowed and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with an odor of an old cheese to match.
In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
Also, Ego has confirmed Cass' pronunciation is correct. Yee.
Cool.
Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Gross.
By garish car, you
In Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's!
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's.
Also, another thing that's only just dawned on me in the last trial of this game, that I feel like is also just another thing that happens in the real world, but not on this one. I'm almost certain that the judge of any trial gets like a case summary beforehand.
No,
And I
absolutely.
love that this judge is just riding it with the rest of the court. Just wait, what?
He said it's nowhere near as entertaining if I know all the answers
yeah,
already.
yeah.
Let me be entertained!
Wasn't it?
Indeed, it was.
What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away.
Ego said, the thing is, Cass is just this anxiety-ridden archaeologist, basically, who isn't used to any real positive attention. But Lance is like, you must be who I have been searching for! Somebody who never really had a whole lot of, positive attention, now has a floodgate of positive attention.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
I am certain it was her.
She's telling me. We're doing.
Let's just do what we can! Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick!
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than words. Ergo, you are a biased witness. Wow, they're
Oh.
actually pulling it up.
Phoenix, if you think the judge gives two damns, you're in the wrong courthouse, buddy.
Phoenix, you should know at this point.
Yeah.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me.
Oh, is this where the weird shit starts coming out? Oh, and
Probably.
I'm not gonna bother resetting the PNG tuber anymore. He's just there. He's vibing.
Vibing and trying.
Yeah. That's so weird.
Fry you like a fritter! Crispy on the outside, chewy on the in!
Say, I'm leaving it at that because that sounds better.
Sure.
That was inspiring.
Ego said, here's the interaction between the two, Cass and Lance. Verily the fortitude and lack of vanity makes your stature seem mighty, even when compared to even the tallest tower. Is that good? 'Tis. I just love I love using just "tis" as a response. That's great.
I think it works too. That is.
It does, yeah. It's a, yeah. Oh, excuse you, sir. Why the fuck did you just bounce? My PNG tuber just reacted. What?
Oh,
what
your PNG tuber is gaining sentience.
I don't like that my computer's haunted. I don't like the ghost in the machine.
It's fine. It's fine.
As long as I keep my computer from overheating again.
Maybe
that's all I
it
can ask
means
for.
that you've earned the love of an AI overlord, so that way when they take over, you will be spared from the
I hope
apocalypse.
so. Ooh, hard tangent. There's a channel on TikTok that I see every now and then, which I'm sure is almost entirely made up, but I want it to be real so bad. They have a ghost haunting their house, and like they like have found out the name of the ghost, not through a Ouija board, but just by spitballing names, or like putting like they have letters, like magnet letters on their fridge, and the ghost kind of moves them around sometimes. But there was one thing that I just remembered thinking of helpful ghost was this guy was like trying to do a load of laundry, and the ghost kept like popping out one of the like fabric softener like things on it. It's like, why are you bothering me? Just fucking start. Let me and like he kept like putting it back in, it kept popping right back out, and then to the side the cat bowl started to move. Like the cat's water and food dishes started to move, and he's like, "What? What about the cat? I'm just trying to do laundry," and kept trying to do laundry. Turns out he opened the laundry door and out jumped the cat.
In the
Yeah. It's like, I would love to have a ghost roommate if they were genuinely a decent ghost.
I'm in the same boat, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think having a guest roommate would be kind of cool.
If shit's haunted and they're chill, I'm down with it.
I bet in most circumstances a ghost roommate is probably going to be a chill roommate. Like, I seriously doubt that most instances of a ghost roommate being a demon, I doubt that's the majority. I'm willing to bet that most people just kind of get scared, you know, a little.
Yeah, it's people freaking out. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like if I've lived with a ghost, and like the worst they do is like throw a blanket at me every so often, or like a cat knocks something off a table. As long as it's not like glass and shit, it's like, okay, whatever. But like, I feel like that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So like, I hope that's a real thing that's happening for them.
I'd sit down and play video games, and I'd explain to them like what video games are and all that. So odds are likely that they don't
Info
know.
dumping to the ghost.
Well, I mean, might as well. Like, how gotta give them some kind of entertainment.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Otherwise, they'll start knocking shit around.
Maybe give them a player 2 controller, see if they can do it.
That'd be cool.
See if they can play.
That'd be really cool. Oh god.
You know what? Mario Kart, like the latest Mario Kart or the later ones, the more recent versions with the autopilot and all that stuff. So that way they don't have to spend all the energy keeping it going, but they could take over enough.
They could just like press to use items every now and then. Yeah. God, the new Mario Kart does look really cool, but it's just not worth the Nintendo Switch 2. It's not worth it.
Haven't really been paying attention to anything Nintendo Switch 2 related, not gonna lie.
Yeah. They've really only dropped Mario Kart for it right now. Everything else is still yet to come out. And I think the patch for the Mario Party to let them use cameras in that is still... I think that just came out, actually. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I've seen people playing the more recent Mario Kart, and it looks really fun. But I'm like, I'm not buying the Switch 2.
Yep.
It's like, if they do what they did with like the Switches with Mario Kart 8 to this new Mario Kart, I'll wait for the next console. Like, it took them, because Mario Kart 8 was originally launched on the Wii U, and then it just got ported to the Switch with a bunch of new stuff and all the stuff that they released for it. So it's I fully believe they'll just wash and repeat and do that again with the next console. And then I can enjoy it then. Hopefully, once they've learned that they should stop selling
the Nintendo
games.
cycle. Yeah, the Nintendo cycle seems to be release an industry redefining console, then release a really shitty console. Then release another industry defining console, then release another shitty console.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're on the shitty console cycle right now.
Yep. I've learned my mistakes from the Wii U. I'm not buying the Switch 2. I'll buy... I'm thinking I'll buy it I'll buy the next console probably way after it's released as well. Because the issue is also just the console itself isn't expensive, the games are. And it's if I would want to buy any of the Switch 2 games, I would wait for them to go on sale at GameStop and buy a used copy. Yeah. That's the only way I could see myself buying any of Nintendo's new games at fucking, what was it, $80 or something like that per game. Insanity.
Literally.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't become the standard in the gaming industry. Otherwise, the gaming industry is going to be way annoying to deal with. Ugh. Anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised if games in general do increase prices, because video games in particular haven't really increased pricing in relation to what's expected of them.
Yeah.
So the two ways to resolve that then are either games need to scale back on their production value to maintain under the $60 limit.
Yeah.
Or people are just going to have to get more, get comfortable with the idea of more expensive games.
Yeah.
And I know that there is the example of Baldur's Gate 3, right? That was as being an example of a $60 game that was definitely worth the bang for the buck.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. $60 was the standard for AAA games for a while.
Yeah. Which is the reason why I'm bringing it up, because it's the most recent example of a $60 game that was actually reminiscent of an original AAA price game.
Oh, also the relaunch of Oblivion was also only $60.
Yeah. That I'm not too surprised at, though, but
yeah.
Thing is that I don't know what those companies' profits are looking.
Yeah, that's fair.
The sad reality is that a private company exists with the expectation of making at least some money.
Oh yeah,
maybe
for sure.
That money, ideally, they'll be putting that money back towards the company and its people
and improving it.
Improving their stuff, but that's not always the case. So.
Ooh, have you also seen Game Freak making a non-Pokemon game? I don't know if you've seen any of the trailers for it. Yeah. Game Freak is making a MMO game. That.
An MMO.
I think not MMO. Sorry, RPG. A different RPG game. That graphics wise, looks something out of Elden Ring.
Really?
And it looks amazing. Which it feels like Game Freak, letting the world know it's hey, it's not our fault the Pokemon games are shit. We can make a good game. We promise. Which I fully believe that it's Nintendo, strangling Game Freak to do what they want. In the time that they want to do it. But yeah, that's another little game news thing that's happening. I'll see if I can find some trailers to send to you later.
That's fascinating.
No, it was very shocking to see that. To see oh man, this game looks beautiful. I wonder what I was thinking Obsidian Games, those kinds of devs, and then it's just Game Freak. I'm huh? What? Excuse me?
The fuck you mean?
Yeah. Ego said same about the Switch prices and stuff like that. They also said, me and my friend are shipping Cass and Lance in the relationship being the bottom in the dynamic, and I said if Cass asked Lance to degrade her or something, it'd go like this: thou art when oh goodness, I can't say this.
Aww.
I love that.
Physically can't.
Yeah. And then they all said, damn, that's interesting. Yeah. No, video game news right now is kind of wild and all over the place. Yee. Anyways. That's the hard tangent of the stream. We got 20 minutes left. I believe I heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism.
I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are home.
God damn it, bot. Boo. There we go. Bot has been handled.
Yay.
A photograph! You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
Damn, you gotta be real careful which one you have.
She might have it marked or something.
Probably. Or if she's as trained
maybe
as she
the string
says, then
is
she just
different.
keeps it separate.
Yeah.
Or just knows.
Because there's more exciting than... I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around the neck.
Witness!
Oh, whoa. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Okay, that's boyfriend number 3.
Whoa, this is most certainly the defendant.
Well, she did say my boyfriend, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other
And
boyfriend.
yeah. Crime photo out of the court record.
That is unmistakably Lana Sky.
Okay. So, what was the defendant doing at that time? Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Press. Don't die. Stop dying.
No promises. Tell me more about this knife the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right. Ego said, also Lance's backstory is that his entire family is like an evil royal empire of sorts, and Lance was sent out on a wild goose chase to find a very specific artifact that doesn't exist, but Lance doesn't know this. Just a way of disowning him, then. Sounds like. Yikes.
Basically a Zuko situation, except,
Yeah.
you know, not revenge driven.
Yeah. Except you're too goody-goody, get the boot. Ego said, yep. Yee.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs.
Ego said they just found him. They found him annoying. Okay.
Oh.
I would actually I find it really funny if Lance is actually the only one that talks in like Shakespearean, and like the rest of the family is just like totally normal dialogue. Oh, Ego said also Lance is non-binary. Fun fact.
Oh.
Neat. Good for them.
Oh.
Ego said that would be really funny. Yeah. Just the party strolls up to their family expecting, like, oh god, everyone's gonna be talking like Lance. And then it's just like, who the fuck are you people, and why are you in our castle? Huh? What?
I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I need a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Moving on. Then she thrust the pointy tip...
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Hi-yah.
You know, what other... How else would you stab someone with a knife?
Yeah.
Like, why did you have to specify that,
If you're...
she stabbed the pointy tip?
With enough force, I guess you could stab them with the hilt. You'd be causing a lot more blunt.
That's gonna really shred up your hand, though. Like,
Yeah, it's more of a puncture than a stab, but I mean, what the... Yeah. I don't know. Yee. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop the crime. That's rude. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
I don't think the defense does by virtue of you have no idea how quickly these things can go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes! The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness event, shall we? Having her panicking next to me.
Don't smile like that. Okay.
Anyways, we got the evidence that we need, which is the photograph. I'm gonna guess maybe the photograph on the last statement?
It's the only way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I said something, perhaps it was my finally honed detective's intuition at work. In the way I found saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand, and she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Or alternatively, fuck, what is it? When we accuse Miss Starr of being a biased witness, is that the dialogue train of thought that got us the photograph?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, we didn't really get any dialogue asking about presenting evidence or not. So, unless we need to press again, but I don't know why we would need to.
Let's just blow through everything again. Not gonna read the dialogue again. How did you know? Twisted. Twisted methods always like a tragedy. Duly noted. Yeah, I don't think it's any of this. This is just I hate prosecutors. Ego asks, need help. Yeah, probably. There's no obvious thing that I can think of.
Yeah, again, the only thing I can think of is the photograph on the last sentence, since that's, he does not have the knife there.
One second level, from there you can see everything. Go through the statements again real quick. Yep, that's what we're doing. When I sense something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Sense something of a murder. I feel like how should you say? It was like the feeling you get when you see the chocolate seeds. Bruce Goodman's a detective. He's like a young cheese, old cheese. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor stay next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. I think you're right. I think it is pictured in this one.
Did Ego say to go through everything else again, though?
They said go through the statements again real quick. Not everything, just the statements. I think it is this one. Because the blood... Oh no, that is her right hand. Yeah, never mind. The blood's on her right side, which is where the splash would have been. Okay. Here, I'll go through the rest of them. This way as well. Garage car. Edgeworth's car. Edgeworth's knife. Indeed it was. Sure was the defendant. 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Blade is 4 inches long. It's your knife. Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of man's vital organs. Egg. Chicken. So the defendant was holding a knife, what then? She thrust the point tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. The court didn't stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike now. Of course, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah, I think it's pictured in the last statement.
I think so as well. We'll go with that one. Yeah, Ego agrees. I'm pretty sure it's the last statement. Okay, we'll give it a shot. Hit. Present. Yep.
Yep, there you go. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yes! I swear it's on my finest salmon swirl lunch!
I just know that egg is actually really good. It looks really good.
That one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it looks good. Sauce and rice is just yes to me.
I'm wondering if is that more sauce in the bottle? Or...
Yes, I think so.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure that was a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph.
Every time I do it, it makes me laugh.
This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime. Is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection.
Not even a big, powerful.
No,
Yeah.
just objection.
That had to be the weakest objection ever.
Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
That was the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. It was stronger than your fucking argument.
Yeah.
And how can you tell that the blood on her
Yeah, the blood
jacket?
splatter. Yeah. Come on, Phoenix, keep up.
Blood splatter!
Huh?
I just imagine the cat gif. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat?
It's a black and white photograph!
Phoenix! That's clearly blood! Unless somebody, like, spilled their coffee on their shoulder. Like, that's gotta be blood.
Or dropped soy sauce from the security office and it landed on her
Yeah,
jacket or
yeah.
something.
Like, given the context, that's blood.
Oh, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
Better idea?
Yeah, objection.
Objection! I don't know what the objection is, but we're
either.
objecting! Wait! That contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you ran out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-size lunch from the get-go.
That sounds good, actually. I haven't eaten yet today. I'm hungry. And this is not the right witness to be talking to when I'm hungry.
Really not.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot.
Beep boop.
She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Whoa, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would you have those on? She was cleaning. If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The
Rubber glove.
murder was planned? You want to actually read that in her voice because this is a new dialogue?
No.
Okay. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves proof it. It's a very direct no.
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like, driving.
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene. She came to do murder!
Moida.
It's the only possible conclusion one can make.
Ego said I know this one exactly this time, so just let me know when you need help if you do. Yeah, will do.
Everything was planned! It was a premeditated crime! Ah!
Impressive! I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Star.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial is already over. I've got to think of a way to show that it wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, okay. So, gotta do something with the last one.
So, something with the rubber gloves. Yep.
Yep,
What
okay.
you got in the court record?
The ID card. Murder weapon. Oh, the murder weapon was, spontaneous. It was Edgeworth's knife that was in his car.
Yeah!
Boom.
Witness, do you know what this is? Well, I mean, I would sure hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know.
Good for you, ma'am. Ego said, yep. Yee.
That's a knife. The knife.
Edgeworth's knife.
The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife. Can we please stop bringing it up? What's with this case? The bloody weapon. Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? Who brought their
defense has
children
a
to the
request.
courtroom?
Yeah, no shit. For a murder trial, no less.
Mm-hmm.
We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon.
Phoenix's smug face is probably one of his best sprites.
Really is.
Oh!
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon!
Order! Order! Order!
Right, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Honey,
Mm-hmm.
way too early into this case to say that.
Way too early. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory, but not the as Lana Skye committed a murder.
Yeah. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not.
Bullshit! You should care if it was premeditated, because that is, at least in the actual real world, that determines what the punishments for the crime are.
Yeah.
Premeditated murder in the United States of America, right? Premeditated murder is the only kind of murder. Premeditated murder, aka first degree murder,
Yep.
is the only kind of murder that can get you on death row.
Otherwise, it's
So,
manslaughter, isn't it? If it's like
no,
accidental,
so
or is it?
you have third degree, second degree, and first degree, and I
Okay,
think third
okay.
degree is technically manslaughter. Second
Okay.
degree is when it's you definitely intended it. Like manslaughter is accidental.
Oh,
right? You didn't
okay.
intend
Yeah,
the
yeah,
murder.
yeah. Second degree
Second
is
degree
you
is
meant
you
to.
definitely intended.
It was just spur of the
yeah.
moment.
Yeah, and then first degree murder is no, you planned this. Like we found the details in your house. Like
Yep,
we have
yep,
evidence that
yep.
you've been planning this for months.
Yep,
Like
yep.
that's the difference to my understanding. Which may be wrong, but I know
Sure.
I'm definitely right on the manslaughter charge. And yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing
So, yeah.
to be charged with manslaughter, but the punishments are a lot lighter for manslaughter than they are for first degree fucking murder.
Yeah. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned! If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated!
Really now?
And save there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might need to go through this.
Oh, might need to go
first.
through it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, I think it's safe here. Yep,
Yeah, okay.
we're good. Save. We'll save that for next time. Yee.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry about the shorter stream. It's life. Not much we can do to work around it. Yeah. Gonna go get some sleep. I'm gonna go eat some food. Yeah. Talk to y'all later, or, yeah, what the fuck? Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and then we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye!
Bye!
Yeah, boop.